The feud between Hee Jin, creative director and former CEO of Autor, and Belift Lab has escalated into one of the most contentious legal battles in recent K-pop history. At its heart lies the accusation that ILLIT, Belift Lab's new girl group, plagiarized NewJeans' Y2K concept, with Min alleging that the similarities between the two groups' aesthetics amount to a deliberate copy. What initially began as a public statement by Min has now spiraled into full-blown litigation, with both sides throwing legal punches over defamation, financial damages, and reputational harm. The origins of this legal conflict lie in Min Hee Jin's public accusations against Belift Lab in 2024, shortly after ILLIT's debut. Min alleged that ILLIT's debut concept was a shameless rip-off of NewJeans, specifically pointing to their supposed use of a Y2K aesthetic, which she claimed NewJeans had pioneered in K-pop. Her statements quickly gained traction online, sparking a wave of criticism against ILLIT that not only damaged their reputation but also affected their commercial prospects. Advertisers such as KT and Pocari Sweat reportedly backed out of deals with ILLIT, citing the controversy as a key factor in their decision. In response, Belift Lab filed a defamation lawsuit against Min, accusing her of spreading false claims that led to tangible financial losses. They sought $1 billion Korean won in damages, citing a decline in ILLIT's social media following, diminished album sales, and the collapse of advertising contracts. Min countersued for 5 billion Korean won, claiming that Belift Lab's lawsuit was an attempt to silence her. The first court hearing, held today, revealed the deep fractures within Hybe as both sides presented conflicting narratives. While Belift Lab highlighted Min's role in orchestrating a hate campaign against ILLIT, Min doubled down on her accusations, framing herself as a whistleblower for creative integrity. Central to Min's accusations is the claim that ILLIT copied NewJeans' Y2K concept. This claim falls apart under even the slightest scrutiny. ILLIT's debut was rooted in dreamcore, a niche aesthetic that emphasizes surreal, ethereal visuals and immersive storytelling. Their music videos featured dreamlike sequences, pastel hues, and whimsical narratives, elements that have little to do with the gritty nostalgia and minimalist trends of Y2K. The outfits, choreography, and even the sound design leaned heavily into a fantasy-like escapism that set them apart from the grounded, vintage appeal of NewJeans. Min's framing of ILLIT as a Y2K clone not only misrepresents their artistic direction but also diminishes the creative efforts of the team behind ILLIT. To claim that any girl group with a youthful or retro aesthetic is copying NewJeans is a lazy oversimplification. This accusation speaks less to ILLIT's concept and more to Min's insecurity about NewJeans' place in an industry teeming with fresh ideas. If anything, the fact that Min felt compelled to attack ILLIT so soon after their debut suggests a fear that NewJeans' novelty is wearing thin in the face of competition. Furthermore, Min's fixation on Y2K aesthetics ignores the fact that NewJeans' version of the concept is itself derivative. The Y2K revival was a global trend long before NewJeans entered the scene, driven by Gen Z's fascination with late 90s and early 2000s culture. From fashion runways to TikTok, the aesthetic had already taken root in mainstream culture. NewJeans' success lies not in inventing Y2K but in adapting it to the K-pop mold. For Min to claim ownership over this trend and weaponize it against ILLIT is both hypocritical and disingenuous. The aftermath of Min's public accusations saw ILLIT bombarded with criticism online, with fans and netizens labeling them as NewJeans wannabes. The timing of Min's statements shortly after ILLIT's debut suggests a deliberate attempt to derail their momentum. As a rookie group without a strong fan base to defend them, ILLIT became an easy target for Min's allegations. What's troubling is how Min's accusations fueled a wave of malicious comments and hate campaigns. Rather than fostering healthy competition, Min seemingly orchestrated a narrative that cast ILLIT as a lesser imitation of NewJeans, a move that not only hurt the group's reputation but also tainted their debut era. The damage was so severe that Belift pointed to declining album sales, reduced SNS engagement, and lost advertising deals as evidence of the harm caused by Min's statements. K-pop is no stranger to accusations of plagiarism, but the ILLIT vs. Jin's controversy highlights just how blurry the lines can be. Belift's lawyers aptly compared choreography to taekwondo's. Poom say there are foundational movements, but execution and individuality set performers apart. Similarly, choreography and aesthetics often overlap in K-pop because of shared industry trends, but these elements are rarely unique enough to claim ownership. Min's attempt to frame generic movements and concepts as proprietary to New Jeans reveals a troubling sense of entitlement. While originality is crucial in the entertainment industry, it's unrealistic to suggest that similar styles or themes automatically equate to plagiarism. By this logic, nearly every group in K-pop could be accused of copying another, given how trends spread across the industry. This lawsuit is more than just a battle between Hee Jin and Belift Lab. It's a symptom of deeper tensions within Hybe. The fact that two subsidiaries of the same parent company are engaged in a public legal battle speaks volumes about Hybe's internal dysfunction. Min's claims of being ignored by Hybe's upper management only add fuel to the fire, suggesting a lack of unity in communication at the executive level. What's worse, Hybe's attempt to sweep the controversy under the rug has backfired spectacularly. Instead of resolving the matter internally, they allowed it to escalate into a full-blown PR disaster. The court proceedings have exposed Hybe's vulnerability, tarnishing the company's image as a unified powerhouse. This internal discord could have long-term implications for Hybe's reputation and the trust between its subsidiaries. The legal battle between Hee Jin and Belift Lab is about more than just plagiarism. It's a snapshot of how power, control, and egos drive the K-pop industry. This case represents a broader issue of creative ownership and competition, where accusations are thrown around without clear evidence, and a single person's words can carry enough weight to damage careers. In the world of K-pop, where image is everything, the long-term consequences for ILLIT are profound, especially as they try to rebuild from the damage caused by Min's public statements. For the wider K-pop industry, this case serves as a cautionary tale. While competition is inevitable, this incident underscores the need for greater responsibility and fairness when it comes to criticism. Instead of stoking divisiveness and tearing down competitors, the focus should be on celebrating the diversity and originality each group brings to the table. Moving forward, the K-pop industry must consider how to handle disputes more ethically, ensuring that no artist's career is unfairly derailed by unsubstantiated claims or malicious actions.